vlog, y'all. So today we are making some lean ground beef patties. We got 23 grams of protein, okay? They're gonna be very filling, gonna get your protein goal, and that's what's most important here. So I put them on some foil paper, I seasoned them. We got paprika, we're gonna use some Tony seasoning. We are also gonna use some black pepper, and I think a little bit of, onion powder. We're going to put them in the oven for about, I want to say I did maybe about 25-30 minutes. And this is how they came out. And of course, I have to check the temperature because nobody will be getting sick on my watch. So let's talk about it. So I know they don't look the best, but what's important is that they're going to taste really good when I put this keto bun with a little bit of cheese. Cheese, I don't really need like a sauce, so I don't use mayo, right? And I'm gonna put the macros in. Let me show y'all. Okay, so another thing that I do sometimes is I will log all of my food in my app like the day before or like early that morning. So then when I do get hungry or when I feel like, okay, girl, it's time to eat something, then I just open my app and I see what I already got on here and I just choose from that. So far, we got my smoothie, which I am drinking now, smoothie that I made. It was also in my last little high protein video, the same smoothie, but just a different protein source. So I did that. And I made the patties. I'm going to have those for lunch. And so far, we got the keto bun in here. We got the 93.7 lean ground beef patty on here as well. We're going to do 1 slice of American cheese. No mayo because the flavor, I seasoned the meat. Yeah, I don't really be cooking like that for real. So what you see is what it is, and my husband ain't complaining, so we're gonna keep it moving. Anyway, and so we got the bun, the meat, the cheese, and I put sweet potatoes on here, 50 grams. I don't know if I have 50 grams left in my little bag, but we'll see, and I'll fix that, if it's something different when the time comes. But for right now, the macros are 352 calories, 32 carbs, and 32 grams of protein. And that's what I'm going to do for lunch. Right now, it is only 9 o'clock a.m. So, not right now, but because I'm working, I wanted to get it out the way and plan earlier, So, I'll check back in when I'm actually putting it together. Bye, y'all. So, sometimes when I when I don't have clients or, they don't show up, or I got like a nice break in my schedule, I will, get on my lunch couch. And I got this couch in here, which is like a blessing and a curse because if I'm on the couch, I might be taking a nap. I might be watching something on my TV, which is right there. But 9 times out of 10, I'm reading on my little Kindle right here. So let's do a little book recap because anytime I'm recording a vlog, I always say like, hey, I want to start sharing more about what I'm reading. But also, let me be really honest. When I am reading a book and like I'm done reading it, 9 times out of 10, I be done forgot about what I read, y'all. And it'll only be maybe like 2 days later. But when I'm like in the book, I know details. I'm in love with the characters, like all the things. But after it's over, I'm like, okay, what just happened? What was the lady's name? Who was she messing with? Like, it out of here. But anyway, so right now I am reading the Christina C. Jones series, the Equilibrium series. I don't know if it's called the Equilibrium series, but we're gonna go with that. So I think it's like a 7 or 8 part series. Okay. And I am reading. So the first book I read earlier this month was called Love Notes. It was Equilibrium 1. And this is my first time reading books by Christina C. Jones. And I am trapped in her catalog. Okay. Even though I'm only like 2 books in, I'm loving it. So the first one was called Love Notes. And it was a love story where this one guy used to get into a lot of trouble. He was probably like, bouncing around the city, sowing his seed wherever he wanted to. and he had did some jail time. He got out. He was like a manager at a barbershop, and he was basically living life like, real low key, wanting more substance in life. So he would go to this like very well-known coffee shop called Urban Ground, I think. And the way they described it in the book, it sounds like a place that I would want to go to. But I don't think it was like your traditional coffee shop. It was one where you go, you have coffee, but it also turns into like a club lounge scene at night. And anyway, and then Jules, who is like the cousin of Annika, I think that's how she might say her name. She, I can't remember. I think her mom died, so she didn't really grow up with a parent. And while her parent was there, she wasn't really active. So we have these two people who haven't had the best experiences in life when it comes to family and love and, unconditional love, I guess I should say. And then they find each other and it explodes, and I'm here for it. That was a terrible like synopsis of the book, but you should read it. It was good. And now, and then I just finished reading In Tandem, which was book number 2. And that one was about Brittany and Raphael. They grew up together in, I think the city is called Mahogany Heights. And I don't know much about Brittany's backstory other than she I think her mom passed away from an illness, and dad was estranged, messing around with other women and whatnot. And Brittany grew up like not liking dad because of how he treated her mom. And Brittany has a brother as well. And you know what? I probably should have just read the little the little blurb that be on like the description of a book, because that would have been way easier. I think that would have been way easier and maybe more cohesive. Brittany and Raphael, they grew up together since they were very young, like more like best friends. And they never considered the possibility that, okay, one day we could be more than this. And Brittany also has a skin condition. I can't remember what it's called. But it's where, your whole body, brown skin, but you have like these like light, almost white spots all over your body. She has that skin condition, and she's like teased about it throughout childhood, throughout adulthood. Men typically like gravitated toward her because they felt like
she was something exotic. Like who says that? And why would you say something like that? Or they would view her as like a prize to be with or to get in bed with because she was so different. And when I would read parts of that in the book, I was like, this. Anyway.
So Brittany and Raphael, they go away on this bike trip. Raphael's family, they're pretty well known. What do they call them? Bikers? Bikers? Is that what they would be called? I don't know, y'all, but they're pretty well known in that area of sport. And Raphael, followed in their footsteps. He got hurt in one of his races, and the coach that he was working with at that time did something in his healing process. And then Raphael felt like that tainted his whole journey and his whole like name and reputation. And through all of that, he and Brittany, grew closer together. And, they had to see what they could become. That was the second book, called In Tandem. I know that was not the best description of the book, and I don't know if that drew you in to want to read it, but that was book number 2. Highly recommend. And as far as spice, let's talk about spice, because I usually like very like,
smutty books. The books you read and you like scramming your seat, or you want to go lay up next to your partner and yep.
These books, if 5 is, oh my God, I need to go change clothes, these books so far would be maybe like a 2.5. The first book, we thinking maybe like 3.5. The second book, I'm thinking like maybe like a 1.5, 2, like that. yeah. Anyway, so now we're on book number 3, which is called Bittersweet. And this book, well, actually after book 1 and 2, those books are maybe like almost 350, 400 pages. After those 2 books, I believe all the rest of them are like novellas. So probably less than like 100, 120 pages each. And I don't love that for me, because I just found Christina C. Jones and I'm really excited. And this is my first, entry into her, writing world. But she has like so many other books that I can then dive into after I finish this series. So right now we locked into Equilibrium. I don't typically read more than 1 book at a time because my brain is just not set up that way. And I don't think I can do that. Because I'll get the stories mixed up and who did what and when they did that. And that's just not what I want to do. And if there are any books that you're reading right now that you want to share or tell me about, please do. Y'all, this smoothie I made this morning is so good. It's so good. Anywho, so it is now 9:43. Before I got on this couch, I had 1 client. How many people have I seen today? I've only saw 2 people so far today. And now I'm on break until my next person canceled through like the automatic system, which I am not upset about. Yay me. So I'm about to sit here and read In Tandem. Y'all, not In Tandem. That was book number 2. It was still on this Kindle. So this Kindle is my Paperwhite. I think it's Paperwhite. I think it is Paperwhite Generation 11, like 2021. This is the very first Kindle that I ever had. And what's funny is I had put it on my Christmas list for my parents. Don't judge me, okay? Judge your uncle, because sometimes they want to know what their kids want as a gift, and we would send them, 3 items maybe, like boom, boom, boom. And that year, I wanted a Kindle. It was a big thing. I've always been a reader, and so I seen the Kindle popping up in the world, and I was like, yeah, I want one of them. So I sent it to them, and they got it for me. And what's crazy is after they got it, I didn't open it or read my Kindle for like 8 months after I got it, which is insane, right? Crazy. Anyway, so this is my very first Kindle. And then many years after that, they came out with the Kindle Color Soft, where all the covers of your books are in color. And you can highlight in color. And you can view books on Kindle Unlimited, Amazon and all that. And it's all in color. And it's just, ooh, I love it. Anyway, so I keep that one on the side of my bed at night, and I read on that one. And hopefully nobody from my job bothers me. Because why would they do that? Even though I'm on their clock. Why would they do that? Okay, bye. All right. Hey, y'all. What's up? So I'm back for lunch. It is now 12:12 p.m. And I'm about to warm up my ground beef patty and put it in the microwave so it can melt the cheese a little bit like that. And I just put my bun in the toaster. Let me show y'all. So it is the Oro Wheat Keto Superior bun, and clearly I'll be eating them. Y'all only got one left. It's 70 calories for 9 grams of protein, 13 grams of fiber. We like that. 16 carbs and 2 grams of total fat. So that's the bun that I'll be using. And that was too quick. I don't know if that's done. Is it hot? It is hot. Okay. We'll take it. And y'all know I said I'm not going to do any mayonnaise. Because also that will be more calories and probably more grams of fat than I want to consume today. So that. Yeah. So this is what we're working with: keto bun, lean ground beef patty, 1 slice of American cheese, and I did not have time to put my sweet potatoes in the air fryer before my last session. So in place of that, but this is like more cheese, so I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I want to eat chips. You know how sometimes you just don't feel like eating something, like the work that it goes into eating, like the chewing and all that. Sometimes I just don't be wanting to do all that. So we're gonna take out the sweet potato fries. So without the sweet potato fries, just having this is 263 calories and 32 grams of protein, which is really good. And I really wanted those sweet potato fries, y'all. I might just put them in the air fryer and eat them after they're done, because I really don't want these chips. And that's more cheese, and I don't really want to do that. So, but these are another good like protein snack. You know, for you who really like chips, I really love chips, especially barbecue chips, but I'm surprised we'll have none. Usually we have a whole box up there that my husband loves to eat. I guess I didn't put them in the last grocery order. Anywho, for people who love chips, they have alternatives to those. And this is called the Legendary Foods Nacho Cheese Protein Chips. 22 grams of protein, 170 calories. So you know what I said earlier about taking the first 2 numbers of the calories and letting that gauge whether or not it's a good protein snack or source. So you get 22 grams of protein, and that's above the 17. So this is a good protein source. Only 5 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, 7 grams of fat. Not terrible. So I have these cheesy nacho ones, and I also had the barbecue flavor. I really love the barbecue ones, and if I had those, I would probably eat them. But since this is a lot of cheese going on, I'm not doing it today. So I'm gonna put these back in the cabinet. I had that smoothie, y'all, and I'm so hungry now. I had the smoothie. I had a whole lot of water, but I also didn't meet my calorie goal yesterday because I didn't plan or cook early as I wanted to yesterday, but it's fine. That's good. Okay, bye y'all. Okay, but real quick, I'm back. So these are the sweet potato fries I use. Look, I'm not buying sweet potatoes, cutting them up and all that. Although I do have some regular potatoes that I wanted to cut up and make French fries because I love French fries. But potatoes, I'm gonna buy them like this and put them in the air fryer and just warm them up. I don't think that's even 50 grams left, but maybe that's a good thing, you know, because there won't be a lot of calories or carbs I have to put in my app. So it says 360 for 15 minutes. Yeah. And I don't think my next client gonna show up, so it might work out in my favor. But now, bye for real. I'll see y'all later. Good evening. It is still the same day, Thursday, May 14th at 9, okay, you can't really see the time, but 9:38 p.m. Just got into the gym. I did a cardio workout, treadmill, because I need to get steps in. And tomorrow is my full body HIIT workout thing. So I'm about to have dinner, and you know, I opened my app. So the initial plan was to have some lightly breaded chicken nugget chunks. Y'all saw these before. These, but to have those with 2 of my low carb tortillas, like street tacos, and using the sugar-free barbecue sauce. Where is it? Let me show y'all. This sugar-free giiiirl sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. It is so good because you can use like 30 grams, which is only 2 tablespoons, and it's only 10 calories. So if you're like a sauce girl or whatever, and you need to have something on your food, this isn't a bad option. And they have really good options for like salad dressings as well. Show you. It's kind of off topic, but and they have this one is the honey Dijon flavored dressing, sugar-free as well, and you can use 30 milliliters for only 60 calories. When I have a salad, I usually use this too. I mean, sometimes when I'm putting the chicken on little tortillas, I use this like salad dressing style sauce too, because sometimes I'm a sauce girl and I want to dip things in a sauce, but we'll see. Anyway, the plan was to have those chicken chunks, the street taco tortillas, and I was supposed to cut up my little potato, but I don't feel like doing all that right now, and it's 9:40 p.m. so we're getting rid of the tortillas. We're not gonna have those. I'm probably gonna still use the barbecue sauce. We're getting rid of the potatoes. I'll make those tomorrow. So instead, may not be the best of the option, but we're gonna have some crispy mini tater tots. Okay, it says 19 pieces for 170 calories, 19 carbs, 10 grams of fat, 2 grams of protein. Okay, don't give me how many grams. Oh, 87 grams for 19 pieces. And calorie wise, right now, I guess depending on how much chicken this is, calorie wise, I have a little bit of room for the mini tater tots. So let's say I only have, what did I say? 87 grams for 170 calories. Let's say I only have like 60 grams. And, okay, 60 grams brings my dinner to 390 calories for only 36 grams of protein. I'm still under my carb goal. I'm right at my macro for fat. I'm over my protein goal by, it's 162 grams of protein, and I'm still under my calorie goal. So I'm not mad at it. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna stop talking to y'all because this is in my handy dandy air fryer. I'm gonna hop in the shower and, you know, freshen up. I just ripped this bag. Damn it. That's what happens when you're rushing. But when you are rushing, whatever. I don't even think that's, how many grams I said? 60? I don't think that's 60, y'all, but we're gonna roll with it. And you know we're gonna measure it. So let me show you. Can y'all see that? Bring it down a little bit. That's what we got. I don't know if that's 60 grams. It might be a little less. And these are little chicken pieces. What's great is they're both in here for 400, I would say 400 calories, 400 temperature, and, oh wait a minute. And we're gonna do, what did I say? The chicken say 12 minutes, tater tots say 12 minutes. Okay, that means 15. It's fine. It's fine. And I guess I'll check back in and show y'all the final macros to make sure, you know, we stuck to the 60 gram measurement for the tater tots, but we'll see. Anywho, I'll be back, and if not, I'll just insert a picture of the food and the macros. But I mean, how aesthetically pleasing is it for real? So we got these real good chicken nuggets, which are pretty much like a staple. Like I told y'all, I don't like to cook. I don't be cooking like that. I know we say no processed food, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, so this is dinner. This with a little bit of this. That's what we're doing for dinner. I'll check back in with y'all later. If not later, then I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Okay, y'all, we back. The air fryer stopped just in time as I was getting out of the shower. This is our food, so we're gonna measure it to see what the macros looking like. So the macros, see what those are looking like. So we'll start with the chicken first. You see I got the scale on 0 grams. So let's see. Oh, come on now. Okay, I don't know if that's right. Let's take it off. Start over. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of chicken. Okay. Okay. I think that's all the chicken. That's all the chicken. We got 242. 242 pieces of chicken. Okay, now let's do the potato tots. Okay. Well, we at 60 right now, and then total being 83. Okay, y'all. Something gotta give. Something gotta give. We're not gonna be able to eat all these potato tots because it's putting in a calorie goal. So I'm gonna bring some of these to my husband. So let's take off. Okay, that's 70. That's 60. I put 60 back on here because that was the plan. All right, I like that. So 60 for this, and we're gonna put some of my sauce on there. I only measured for 12 grams on my app. Ooh. And I just spread it a little bit on the chicken. You know, nothing too major. Okay, so it turned out to be 16 grams. So let me update that. All right, not bad. Not bad, but we'll take it. So final macros for dinner. We got 51 grams of protein, 25 carbs, 22 fat, and 511 for calories. And those are my macros at the top. Pretty good day, y'all. I'm excited. So what I like about this app is that it also gives you like the 7-day average. So 7-day average of my macros has been here. Not bad. Because I've been trying to keep this number right here at least 1,600. Well, at most, I'm sorry, at most 1,600. Yeah, so that's my app. All right, y'all, that's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey, y'all, hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. I've been so excited and looking forward to Friday since Monday, and we're finally here. I just finished my workout. My husband looked at me crazy. He just got home from Canada, y'all, and he come and say, "Oh, you all sweaty." Ain't that what people do when they put in work? Don't people sweat when they get in a good workout? That's what I thought. Ain't that right, babe?
Yeah, they threw water on them.
I did not throw water on me. How dare you? How dare you try to discredit my workout like that? Let me show y'all. Okay, because look at that, sweat. You're such a hater. I don't know what the back look like. Sweat? Is it sweaty? What you say, Kim?
Yep.
Whatever. Anyway, I worked out, y'all, and we got 47 minutes and 408 total calories burned, and I feel amazing. So for oh, and I didn't take my pre-workout. I feel like I only take pre-workout like when I'm at the gym lifting weights. So I've been on like the Celsius drinks or the Bloom, and clearly I didn't need much of this because I really have like half of the bottle still full. Anyway, I feel great. I feel good. Great workout. What was I about to say? Oh, so for the workout, I did like a HIIT style training workout. So if you have been in, y'all know, if you have been in one of Jerica's Body for Days by Jerica's like workout programs, y'all know she got this little timer right? And you working out for 40 seconds straight on whatever the move is, and then you rest for 20 seconds, it'd be the fastest 20 seconds of my life. Anyway, so I've been incorporating that kind of timer with my workouts, and I think my sweat or the intensity of the workout has improved a lot. And at the end of the workout, I actually feel like I had a great workout, you know? So doing that, why do I still feel like I'm out of breath? My heart rate still says 120. He has an upcoming 21-day challenge starting on June 1st, right? And you should sign up for it because it's gonna be the bomb, right? We're gonna do lower body, glutes, upper body, shoulders, abs, cardio, all the things. And if you do the work will work, right? Yeah, so, and I'll pop it up on the screen so it's easy to access, and I'll put it down in the description box. Post-workout snacks. So I already had my little Oikos protein like shake drink that I showed y'all. Was it yesterday? I don't know, but whatever, I already had it. So I'm gonna have one of the snacks that I showed. You don't want that? No. You know what? Nah. Change your mind. Change your mind. I'm not gonna have one of the snacks. I'm gonna make a smoothie with this, one of my ratio protein cups, and I'm gonna add a little bit of fruit. I'm not gonna do any granola because that's gonna be extra carbs, and I still haven't figured out what I'm doing for dinner just yet. So yeah, we're gonna do a protein shake right now. I'm gonna make that, but y'all don't need to see that. I mean, at this point, y'all don't see me make 2, 3, 4, 5 smoothies right now. It's the same recipe minus like the granola, which, you know, that's personal preference. Anyway, yeah, happy Friday. How was your week? Any plans? Any success points for the week? And now that I see myself in this camera, I think I'm gonna do my lashes tonight too, y'all. So I wear lash clusters because I stopped. Oh, look at that. Look at it, left and right. That's a shame. So I'll probably do that later on today too, or tomorrow morning, you know. And I've had these on, when did I put these on? I put these on early May. Yeah, so probably like May 2nd. And today is May 15th. Y'all, that's a long time. And if I could do, I think I found the hack that, you know, makes them stay on. I'm still out of breath. Okay, enough yapping. Heart rate then went down to 105. We're gonna stop the watch now. Last, like, you know, hit style workout of the weekend. I'm glad about it. Now I'm planning to rot for the rest of the weekend and do a whole lot of nothing. Okay, y'all. Love you. Bye.